Welcome everyone to Point of View, your weekly dose of current affairs right here on YouTube at 5:15 p.m. every week. So this is going to be something that happens at every Sunday at that time. So while you're having your Sunday dinner, you can tune in to Point of View to hear your weekly dose of current affairs or my take on current affairs happening in Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the world. And of course, I am Malik Thompson. So, Point of View is actually a part of the Stylistic Sundays Series, which is put on by the students of the TV broadcasting class at NCU. So, I'm actually asking you that while you tune into my point of view on Sundays, also tune into my other classmates as a part of the Stylistic Sundays class. So, without further ado, let's get into my point of view for today. So, I recently stumbled upon an article where the Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, that's Mr. Orlando Terlong, he was speaking to a New York-based radio station, and he was basically encouraging the Jamaican diaspora to invest in the country. So, for those who are unaware, the Jamaican diaspora are Jamaicans who live overseas. Those who do not live in the country, they live anywhere else except Jamaica, of course. So, I actually had some interesting opinions on what Mr. Terlong had to say, and I'm going to be sharing that with you. But I just wanted to share some quotes that I found interesting from that article. And of course, I will be sharing the link to the article in the description so you guys can read it and have your own opinions on the matter. But let's get into some of the things that stood out to me in that article. So he said that for the first time in some 40 years, exports in Jamaica have exceeded imports, and that is quite good. I have to say that is quite good. So he says the Jamaican economy is growing, the rest of the world is doing great business in Jamaica, interesting. And we are saying, well, he is appealing to the members of the diaspora that this is an opportune time to come home and invest in Jamaica. Another quote was that he sees the diaspora as a strategic partner in building a very strong Jamaica for all Jamaicans. Now, before I get into my point of view on this, I just want to say that my point of views are not politically motivated or biased in any way. They are objective and neutral. So let's get into it. Mr. Terlong is saying that he's asking for Jamaicans overseas to invest in the country. He also said that Jamaica is a great place to make money. But why is it that Jamaicans who currently live in the country, they want to migrate, they want to leave the country? Why is it that they are saying, well, it's true that the cost of living in the country is very high. So when you go to the supermarkets, the prices of groceries are high, the housing costs are very high, and all of these, the prices of goods and services are skyrocketing, yet the labor force is not being compensated properly. So if there is a 10% increase in goods and services, there is only like a 1% increase in salaries and wages. So how can the government say that Jamaica is a great place to make money when the ones who are actually contributing to the economy, that's the labor force, they are suffering to the point of leaving the country through migration? So that's an interesting point. And well, let's take a look at the road infrastructure in the country. So this is a government minister asking Jamaicans overseas to invest in the country. Yet something as simple as the road networks in the country, they're in such a shambolic state. I remember seeing a post on Twitter that said memorizing pothole locations in Jamaica is a survival skill. Now that shows how bad the state of the roads in the country are. And it is so bad that MPs are being judged by how good or how bad the roads in their area, in their constituencies are, because they are not paying attention to this at all. And let's look at garbage collection finally. So garbage collection is almost non-existent in Jamaica. People have to be resorting to their own means of disposing their garbage. So there are basic services that the Jamaican government are falling short on. Basic things. And if the government wants Jamaicans overseas to invest in the country, then the government has to do more. The government has to step up in terms of investing in the country and building a better Jamaica. Of course, I want you all to feel free to share your opinions on this matter too, and I am all out of time. So thank you for joining me on Point of View this Sunday. Join me again next week at 5:15, same place right here on YouTube. I will be live, and that will be it for today. Once again, I am Malik Thompson, and have a good rest of your evening.